Welcome everyone. Thank you so much for serving this week and for watching this video to prepare to lead your small group. This Sunday we will be starting our new monthly theme, Christmas, celebrating Jesus, God's greatest gift. We will be instilling the truth that they can trust God no matter what. And in our Bible story from Luke, we will hear about the miraculous story of Elizabeth and Zechariah as we teach them to celebrate because God can do anything. Our verse this month is, God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son. Anyone who believes in him will not die, but have eternal life. John 3:16. For our first opening activity, you will have a tray with baby items covered up. You're going to uncover the tray so that the kids can name and tell you what each of the items is. There's things like baby strollers and bottles and outfits and socks and things like that, toys. And then you're going to cover the tray back up and have them close their eyes. As you're covering the tray, you're going to remove one of the items. You're going to then tell them, okay, open your eyes again and uncover the tray and see if they can tell which item is no longer on the tray. Then you can do this different times. You can move around the pictures. You can turn your tray so it looks different and at a different angle and see if they can guess it. Then for your next opening activity, you're going to have the kids partner up and you're going to give each pair a paper plate and 5 blocks, or 4 if you're feeling that maybe 5 is too much. When you say go, one of the kids in the group will put the paper plate on top of their head and then try and stack all the blocks on top. Once they get them stacked all on top, they'll see if they can hold it there for 15 seconds. So for example, they'll put the plate and then they've got one block. Their partner can help hand them the blocks. And then they'll want to stack another, see how high they can get without it falling. If it falls, let the other partner have a turn, and then you can try it again. So if I get all 5 stacked, I want to hold it for 15 seconds. Oh, I didn't do it. Now it's my partner's turn to try. So then you're going to want to let the kids know that for lots of them, that task seemed impossible, especially to try and get 5 high. And in the Bible story today, they will hear about 2 people who had something in their life that seemed impossible too. After a large group, you're going to help your kids look up the Bible story, Luke 1:5-25 and 57 through 66. You can read it again with them. And then set out the impossible cards in order in front of your group. So you're going to have this page in front of your group to go over the Bible story. So you're going to have the kids, though, help you summarize the Bible story by using the prompting questions from your leader page to help guide your conversation, and these pictures as well. Then have the kids get in groups of 2 to 3, and you're going to pass out a game board, which looks like this. It's the picture of the dice, and you're going to pass out 1 dice for each group, and then the game board cards. Okay, so these are what we call impossible cards. Then you're going to show them how to play. What they're going to do is that one kid will roll the dice and they need to roll it over and over until they get a 1. If they get a 1, then they get to take the first card in the order of the story and place it on the 1 on their game board. Then the next kid rolls and they're trying to roll for a 2. They'll take the second picture from the game cards and put it on the 2. The object of the game is to get all the way to 5 and get their cards in order. However, if they roll a 6, this is the trump one. If they roll a 6, then they have to remove whichever last card that they got, and then they start over on that number. So if they already had 3 spaces filled on their card, and then somebody rolls a 6, they have to remove the one that was on the 3, and the next person that rolls has to try for a 3 again versus moving on to the 4. So the object is they want to try and get all the way to the end, 5, so that will be something to work for. And then once the team has finished all of their cards on the game board, have them take turns telling each other the Bible story, see if they can retell it to each other, and wrap up the activity by reminding your kids that God can do anything in their life that seems impossible, just like God gave a son to Zechariah and Elizabeth. God is big enough and powerful enough to help in any situation. So celebrate God because he can do anything. Then the final activity, you're going to play a game of Baby, Baby, Where's Your Toy? Have the kids sit in a circle with their hands behind their back, and you'll choose one person to start off in the middle as the baby. That kid will close their eyes, and you'll place a baby block in one of the players' hands. Then you'll let the baby in the middle know, open your eyes, and then they can see if they can guess who has it. They'll guess and guess until they get it. When they guess the kid that has it, that kid becomes the baby in the middle, and you start over the game. You can make it more challenging with a smaller group of kids, if they're able, to secretly pass the block back and forth when the person is not looking. So if the baby in the middle is not looking their way and they want to pass it to their neighbor, they can do that as well. But the trick with that is it could fall, and then they'll figure out who it is. So that's something they can do. And then tell the kids about a time in your life as you're wrapping up the story and the script. There's a part in your script that you can read to the kids that'll help really drive home the message. And then as you're telling your story, as far as what something in your life seemed impossible, but God showed his power in that situation. And then also share with them how you celebrated the outcome, like Zachariah and Elizabeth celebrated. So it's really important for the kids to hear real life stories of how your life has been empowered by this. Then, as you close your time together, use the script on your leader guide to reinforce that God can do the impossible in their lives, just like he did in the Bible story, because he is big enough and he is powerful enough. Pray for your group and ask them to remember and celebrate that God can do anything. Well, that wraps up our Sunday together. Text Timmy the keyword celebrate if you've watched this video to prepare to lead your small group Sunday and discovering that we can celebrate because God can do anything. Thank you again, leaders, for serving with us. Have a blessed week.